We're back here at the Daily Dose. My name is Robert, my pal Susan. One of the phrases we came up with recently, I wrote a blog about it. We're talking about the King Khan convention, was you belong, have fun. And, it was striking to me, Susan, this conference embodied that.
No
The
kidding.
promoters went out of their way to make sure everybody felt that they belonged and that they were having fun. They really, really put those two things. And I went, oh, this is what we do. And you know what I felt like, Susan? I felt like, and you
Mm,
sent me that nice text, I felt like I belong here
mm.
and I'm having fun. Um, because my Lucky Quarter short, as well as I did another one for King fans. And again, it's on the website if you want to see it. We have a whole page dedicated to Stephen King. This Roland Meets Brown from the Gunslinger. It's a short I did for a contest from the American Gunslinger contest. Simon and Schuster, the publisher's work. When Stephen King put out the fifth book, Wolves of Kala, they said, "Hey, everybody, make this video from these select passages." I selected one, made a video at one. Awesome. Got to meet him in person, watched the film with him in person, which was
That's
nuts.
nuts. That's so cool.
That's
Wow.
still a story. So between that and Lucky Quarter, which I think it's a damn good short film. I'm very proud of it still. There was
Nice.
some warts on it, like there always are, and some things, but high quality production, really well told story. There's a piece of me that, when you do something that is good and it never gets out there, and part of it is that Stephen King, of course, says you can't put it out there. We did have an offer for distribution at one point, but and Stephen King makes exceptions occasionally to allow you to do something commercially, depending. There were behind the scenes problems, unfortunately, with the film that didn't allow that to happen. But part of you as an artist gets to feel like, is it the tree in the woods?
Mm,
Did the film really happen? Did it
yeah.
matter? And that was something across the board for Dollar Baby filmmakers, because there is this incredible restrictive nature about them, which I don't mean in a bad way. I understand Stephen King protecting his IP, right? It's his
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
You can only screen it at select, with his permission, film festivals. And we got new contracts, in fact, to be allowed to screen at this. We all did to make sure we were good. It was fun. Um, and that story went around from various Dollar Baby film, makers, was now that it's closed, and I think there weren't that many for a long time, but I think there's a couple hundred, especially
Closed meaning what?
no
That
more new Dollar Babies as of,
okay.
the last
Okay.
one that'll be allowed is in December this year, because they closed the window to apply for them in December of last year, and you get 1 year to make it. That's your contract,
Mm-hmm.
and then your contract expires. But the idea was, can we have an anthology? And really, honestly, I mean, the quality of many of them, God, it's gotten really, really good. Some of the early ones, and King mentioned, there's some pretty bad ones out there. There's some people who really low budget, and God love them. I'm low budget, but didn't have the means or the wherewithal. They just said, "I've got a Stephen King project," and made it, and it kind of looks like that. But man, some of these recent ones, and part of it I think has to do with technology being a lot more cheaper, therefore kind of democratized. They look like Hollywood productions. People,
So
big
will
time.
this be a film festival single event when
Well, will so if your question is, will it happen again? Is that what you're asking, or will this be seen again? Is that what you're asking?
the things that have will be finished this year?
Oh, so there's never, well, not never. There have been over the years, I've been involved a couple of them, Dollar Baby film festivals.
Mhm.
Some different parts of the world. Lucky Quarters screen in places that I've never been. And you hear back and you say, just let me know how I did. People say, oh, well, they love it. Okay. Um, but it's up to the filmmakers to say, hey, this is what we're doing, and then get the right to screen it where they're going to screen it. And I've screened at festivals back in the day, and when it lived the life I thought it was supposed to live, knowing I couldn't do much more with it anyway, I stopped putting it around. But
Yeah.
people reach out. In fact, there's going to be a book, a secondary book. There's been a Dollar Baby book already, by Anthony Northrup is his name. He's become a friend,
Mhm.
and I'm featured in the second book with an interview and stories about Lucky
Oh,
Quarter,
cool.
because he's gone to interview, kind of to have this anthology on record to say, I've got the stories of the filmmakers and their
Yeah.
plights and everything,
Yeah.
because that is something that King fans seem to really enjoy, and that was another part of You Belong, Have Fun,
Yeah.
and I'll put that into the next episode we do. We had this panel where we got to get in front of the King fans, five of the Dollar Baby filmmakers, and share what we thought and felt. So We'll talk about
I
that
want to
in
hear. I want to
episodes.
hear about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
See you in a minute.